What's up? I'm Doofus Mcdooface, and I'm gonna change it up today. This is sort of how to send. I'm really gonna focus on my sends this game. I will actually be playing a Plat bot so that I can pause the game and tell you exactly why I'm sending what I'm sending. As always, I'm gonna play cash out.
Welcome to Nova.
Really gonna think about what my teammate is starting. My teammate, he starts a casket, so that means he's a god. Early, like waves 1 through 4. 5 and 6, he's not great. Right? 5 and 6, he's not amazing. 7 and 8, he's pretty godly again. Terrible on 10, not great on 9. Okay, so that makes me think that I probably need, of course, Daphne and Sky Queen. I need those for sure. Or one of them, you know, one at least. My only arcane tank. I love the Mudmen. I think the safest, easiest play is just gonna go with the Sky Queen start, right? Sky Queen Glacial maybe. We'll take the magic. We're probably not gonna use Pilgrim, but I'll still take it. Take a natural tank, and maybe if I wanted to get crazy, I could do like some pixies at the top. I've been liking Sky Queen like middle, so that it can tank. Right, so I'm gonna go Sky Queen middle. Gonna buy the worker. I'm gonna save my Mythium here. I'm gonna save my Mythium and see what I want to send. I will definitely push another worker. Now my guy has a disciple, right? He's pretty good. So if I send this snail on 2, he's gonna hold. I don't necessarily want to starve myself. So I'm just gonna send the snail and save the rest, right? Because by sending the snail, I'm able to go 5 workers. I don't care if they double snail me, right? Because I will leak 33 or 25% to 2 snails, right? But I don't care about that. My teammates got me covered. It's a pro leak. Perfectly fine with leaking to 2 snails. But I don't want to send my additional. I could king up, right? I could king up if I wanted to scale. But I want to see what he's going to do. Right? Now I'm being starved right now, right? And because I'm being starved, I do kind of want to send here, right? I would prefer to get a lizard because a lizard is amazing into disciple, right? It's great into disciple. A lizard into disciple has the pierce damage. Also, normally disciple, right? Wave 3, you're going to add an arcane tank. You're going to add a steed. You're going to add gargoyles, which makes that lizard good there too as well, right? So I've got a couple of options here. I can do some pixie stuff, take the Mythium, pretty much be okay with leaking, or I could add 2 slimes and always hold. I'm okay with leaking here. I know my mate has me covered. He's extremely strong. I am gonna full send because I wanna see this disciple leak. I do get brooded, so I'm gonna leak pretty bad, right? I'm not gonna lie. I always press 2 workers. But see? The lizard into a swift tank. And a slime. So this guy is 330 value, almost. Yeah, I leaked. They brooded. That's the AI. This guy's 330 value, and I just leaked him with a 60. Because he did not have his disciple tanking, right? Now, if I was to send again, I'm just going to feed him. So I'm not going to send on wave 4, where disciple is great. Infiltrator is great. I will definitely just send wave 5. Right? This is a really long wave. So I think I'm just going to play chicken and not push that additional worker. Right? Normally I would push 7, but because of how long of a wave it is, and I now have a decision to make, I'm going to not press it. Right? Now I want my Sky Queen to split. It's already split tanking beautifully. So I'm going to add a slime over here. that hopefully still kills the pixie. Yeah, see, I get I get DT'd and my teammate gets brooted. Right? Beautiful. Definitely pushing to 7. My teammate easy full holds because, like I said, that's beautiful 1 through 4. Push another worker. I'm just going to send 2 DTs here. I'm going to send 2 DTs. The reason I'm going with the double DT is because most of his damage is just that disciple. And I feel like the DTs in a disciple is always good to waste the shots. Yeah, that's mainly it. I could go for the lizards, right? I will full. I do want the boss to come over here.
Clear the sky.
Sorry, that was a lot of last second stuff there. Oh, I could have just paused the game. Yeah, okay. So I just realized I could pause the game. So the reason I did that, I want my Sky Queen to kill the boss, right? And so with the equal split, if I have my Sky Queen right here, and I have my pixie over there, the boss always goes right. The boss goes right if you have an equal split. So I put a seedling on the left to make sure that the boss goes into my damage, right? My Sky Queen is my top damage. So I want the boss to go left. And I tried adding that slime last second to split tank just a wee bit with the Sky Queen. I'm not sure if it's positioned correctly because I did do it last second. Yeah, I think that's it. I really feel good about my 2 DTs now, seeing that my opponent added a Royal Guard. Once again, this positioning is terrible. It's just a bot, but it still allows me to show you guys a little bit deeper into the game. So, and I really do want my pixie to die, but I don't want to die. Right, once I kill the Scorpion King, I should be good. I might pro leak a little bit. I'm pushing pretty hard. Looks like my opponent might leak. And I pro leak. And once again, someone was asking me, or they were telling me that they're having trouble pushing workers. I feel fine with these leaks, right? I leaked, what, 47%. I leaked to the Brute. No king damage. And I'm happy. I'm thrilled with these leaks, honestly. Now, my bot is a god on 6, right? Absolute god on 6. So if I'm trying to help my team the best, I will not send a wave 6, right? So I'm saving my Mythium here. I'm aiming for a 7, probably 2 brutes. A Mimic would be amazing, right? But then the Mimic might target the Royal Guard. So that wouldn't be great. Now I've got some options here. My teammate is still not amazing, but the value is great. It's going to be fine, right? Even to ascend. I could go for another pixie, right? I could go for another pixie, get the Mythium, and hope that they here. Hope that they send me here. Because then I'm not great on 7 if I go for the pixie. Or I can go for more slimes, right? I think I'm going to go greedy. I've played this game fairly greedy. I'm going to go for the pixie, and I'm going to raise my split, right? I only wanted the split to go left for the wave 5 Scorpion King. So I'm going to up this to a pixie.
It is certain.
Because this pixie has a shorter range, right? It has a 400 range. Sky Queen has 450. So this pixie will always die. It'll always full tank and die. And then we're going to adjust the split on the right so that the power mercs go to the right side. Right. And it could get a little convoluted here. Right. At some point, I do want to fix this split, but it should be fine. They send King Ups here. This is crazy, right? This is a bot type of thing. And if you're playing people that do something crazy like this, you hit that worker button hard, right? I'm hitting as many workers as I can, even if I leak. Even if I leak here or next wave, I'm pushing, right? I'm going to leak a little bit here. Right? I leak 1 creep. This is also okay because I wanted to send big wave 7. So I just pro-leaked here. I get my 2 brutes. It might even be a long enough wave to get a 3rd brute. It is because I had my pixies, right? I kind of forgot about that. Right? And, I mean, this is perfect. I'm sending 3 brutes. The guy only has the Disciple of Damage, right? I should get through.
It is certain.
Now, I'm pretty bad here. I just have to spam the slimes and pray, right? But once again, my teammate has me covered, right? The Iron Maiden is insanely powerful here. So I'm going to leak pretty bad. Let's just pause this real quick. So my team, or sorry, not my teammate. My opponent goes for the slime mama, right? Slime lady, whatever she is. This could be good. Could be. The reason that this is not good is how it's positioned, right? This needs to hit 16 stacks, right? You get stacks when units are killed or when you take a little bit of damage. The problem with this is that it just full tanks, right? It full tanks, it's going to die. It has 0 chance of ever getting enough stacks. If they had put it behind, or even in that one sort of off to the side, there's going to be a greater chance that you're going to get the stacks and spawn 3. With this positioning, it will never spawn 3, and honestly, it's just better to have 3 slimes, right? If this was just 4 slimes, it's probably going to do better than having a slime siren. But my 3 brutes are about to eat this up, right? I'm expecting at least a 60-70% leak. Right? Slime, she gets to 10 mana if she had just been behind. Right? Imagine all the delay. And now I leak. I'm going to probably take it easy now. I'm going to take it a little easy. Oh, my teammate sent a brute. This is beautiful. Once again, very bad positioning. The POTA is not tanking. That's a problem. Now, we're about to get some nice king damage. And this could be a time where we call for a good send, right? What kind of send would I call for in game? My guy is terrible on wave 9. I'm pretty pushed. He's not great. My teammate's guy is pretty decent on 9, right? He's got the flower, he's got the POTA, he's got lots of magic damage. But, here's the strategy. We send wave 9, and this guy is terrible wave 10. So if we send wave 9, they might push too hard. And then we resend 10, even income resend on 10, and they're going to leak almost every time. So I think that's what I'm going to try to tell the bot. Let's go wave 9, right? Let's save for 1 wave. Because they're pretty good on 8, right? He's got the Green Devils, the False. My guy does have lots of units. Doesn't have the damage. But, yeah, let's go 9 into a 10. That would be my call. Let's see if the bot listens, though, of course. Alright, we get some nice chip damage. The bot saves. This is awesome. This is very nice. And now I need to figure out what I'm going to do. Right? I've been getting sends pretty much every wave here. I think I'm going to go for a second Sky Queen.
I can see my nest.
This one generating more mana because it's at the back. And I'm okay if I pro leak. Gonna reroll and see if I can get anything good. I think I'm gonna drop slimes, go for the Chieftain Cheese here. Right? We all love Chieftain Cheese. I receive a Hermit. I'm probably gonna leak a decent amount. But look at that Sky Queen. Look at that Sky Queen pro tanking. Very nice. Right? Look at this beautiful pro tank. We're going to push a couple of workers. Right? Push a couple of workers here. And I want to send here. I would love to get an ogre out, right? An ogre is good into all of that. If you can get an ogre on most waves, it's going to do amazing things. It's going to do amazing things. Alright. My teammate sends a pack leader and snail. Perfectly fine send. It might be a little bit better to have gone imps. Right? Here, let's take a second here to tell you why. If this guy, if Teal detects that we're sending, he goes death cap, right? The upgrade to the flower. If he goes death cap, pretty much a full hold wave 9, right? But the best way to leak a death cap is going to be imps. And if you can throw a hermit in there, why not, right? The hermit is good for both the Hellraiser and a possible death cap. So I think I would have sent imps, hermit, if I was that guy. Pack leader's still perfectly fine. Another good wave 9 send. But I think imps, hermit would be a little bit better, right? And just like mine could have been 2 imps, but I feel like if you can get an ogre for income, that's going to be better than 2 sets of imps. All right. Now, I feel pretty good about these units. I think I'll actually drop Seedling for Bazooka. Just in case we do get to wave 16. I need some tankage. Gonna harden that. Even gonna add a gargoyle. Let's even out the split here. Send a brute because, of course. Now, I don't want to push because I'm not amazing 10 with my pixies, right? I'm not great 10. All right, went with a second Royal Guard, so maybe imps would have been pretty good, right? This guy's leaking really nicely. He did not go death cap. Actually, the game went for a false maiden, which is pretty troll. I call for the resend, right? This was the plan all along. So I probably should push a worker or 2 if I want to go for the re. I'm going to go brutes because I'd love to win the game here. Everything I could get out there. I could have gone Dino too. Dino's good to absorb the Disciple. But I'm just trying to send whatever I can. Right, like I could have gone imps if I'd been more patient. If I had waited the entire time, I could have gotten imps. Which would 100% have been the better send. 100%. I do kind of want to start building a warg circle here. Right? But building a lioness without any stacks is also troll. So we'll build the alpha male. Alright, build the alpha male. And then we'll go for the warg in the middle. And we've got just under 60, so I shift click the brute. And then also shift click DT and snail. Just in case they don't give me the brute. They did give it to me. Alright, and I expect to resend in game 2 because I did harden my golem. And I did harden it. And they're in a bit of trouble. Now this guy's got a lot of good units here, but I'm hoping that my teammate's gonna leak his guy really good. Because his teammate has terrible stuff here. Right? I just keep leaking. Casual 59 health, that's a tough one. It looks as though they're gonna live on like 2% health. Call for the save. My teammate sends. This is not a good send, right? This is actually a terrible send by my teammate. Right? Because if he's scaling, if my teammate is scaling, then that should just be income, right? The hermit is a troll send. Don't send a hermit for income, right? I'm still doing pretty bad. I'm going to start working on my chieftain cheese here. I did call for Glacial earlier, right? So I'm going to go Glacial on this Sky Queen that should die last, right? That Sky Queen should die last. I feel like I just need some tankage. Add a gargoyle. Save the 35. It's not a big deal. Right. A Bone Warrior with Glacial. Alright. Also, never do that. And don't ever... Holy smokes. Alright. If you guys ever take Glacial Touch, do not do it on a tank that dies almost immediately. Right? So the bot has, unless it changed, gave Glacial to a instant dead antler. This bot gave it to a Bone Warrior that, even if that Bone Warrior turns into a Fire Archer or a Dark Mage, it's still the dumbest thing ever, right? It should be on that Disciple, and it should be either on the Poda, I like it most on the Poda, or even on the Hellraiser, right? Go with your highest damage units that are farthest away and gonna die last, right? So these are 2 Super Troll Glacial Touches, right? Like, this should be the last unit to die for me. I do need to be careful going forward. Okay, here we go. I do need to be careful going forward because this Chloropixie doesn't die anymore until late. So my wave could wrap to the Sky Queen that is Glacial Touch. I don't want to do that ever, right? That would be very bad. And seeing these builds could go 13, right? But because they just keep sending, we could also just go for the 14 kill shot, right? Like 14 kill shot is normally what happens, right? Normally. This guy's got the Royal Guards. He's got a couple of Swift tanks. Yes, he does have these, but if you send a Centaur, right? Centaur 14 is pretty much Centaur pack leader, Centaur mole, Centaur anything on 14 is normally going to be your best end and easiest wave to end the game. So I'm going to try to call for 14 here. And hopefully we can make it and win the game. Alright, normally the bot won't do this. Gonna push a couple of workers. I don't want to push too hard because of how long I want to go, right? That's how I play it. A lot of the higher elo players might tell you you should really push hard. But I feel like there's a perfect balance of pushing hard and also being overbuilt just enough to get all the way to that long save. Right? That's my opinion. So right here, I'm looking fine. Not scared of 12 because Glacial Touch is the best unit ever on 12. My teammate's really bad 13. So I'm going to go with the Pilgrim. Right? And then I'm going to Chieftain Cheese this Green Devil. So we'll sell that so that the buff now goes on the Chieftain. Right? And I'm going to save a little bit of gold to go for another Chieftain next. Right? Once again, just telling the bot, please save here. It might be worth to do a couple of King Ups next. It might be worth. That is something I'll definitely take a look at if my bot does not send. Just like any random teammate, just begging him to not send the wave before you wanted to send. Unfortunate. So, once again, I'm going to go for the Chieftain. The magic damage is really good here. Right? I need more tanks. So I'm going to go for more tanks. Right? My teammate is 80 over with a Fatalizer. I'm only 65 under. There's no need for any King Ups. I might Pro League. I've been Pro Leaguing the whole game, and it's been fun. So I'm going to save my Mythium. My teammate's going to send here. And now, as we can see, this guy's prepping mass for 14. So this is actually a pretty good play by this teal bot, right? He's prepping mass for 14. But we still would have just destroyed him on 14. It's very unfortunate. My guy's just completely dead on 14. He has a Star Caller with nothing on it. This Centaur is not terrible, right? It's not the worst send I've ever seen. because there's no split, right? Because of the board, there's no split, so the Centaur's going to hit everything. It's going to shred these 2 green devils. But your best unit on 13 is going to be the natural tanks, right? These natural tanks right here. So if I was to send, I probably would have either gone 3 sets of imps and a hermit, or you go for the 4 eyes, right? You're probably just going to go for the 4 eyes safety mole, right? 4 eyes safety mole, or 4 eyes imps DT. That's what I would do. I think it's would have been better to send at the natural tanks as opposed to sending at. Yes, it's a clusterfuck. Yes, he has a couple arcane tanks. But I think just mass imps or 4 eyes would have been better. It should still leak because this Azeria doesn't tank at all. Right? And maybe it's just like the wave 10 call. Right? Maybe it's just like that wave 10 call where we get him on the resend. Right? I'm holding very well here. Just full holding. Right? And I mean, even if my teammate resends like a pack leader or something. Right, I'm going to cheat a little bit. We'll slow it down. As I said, I'm going to send centaurs, right? I'm definitely sending a centaur. Honestly, I probably just send 2 centaurs and a pack leader, right? It's a total clusterfuck. There's no split. Arcane tanks are the best on wave 14. Already has 3 swift tanks in all these orchids. Easiest centaurs ever. Pack leader because wave 14 is really strong. And it's just game over. And I'll save my Mythium to make sure I get that pack leader. Right? I get the pack leader. Probably don't give me brute, so I'll just go lizard for the pierce damage. Add a snail if it's given. I should also be on value, right? Because I'm pushing to end the game, right? I'm pushing to end the game here. I'm never scared of 14, never scared of 15. So honestly, I'm just going to prep for 16 at this point. Right, I'm going to prep for 16 at this point. Little natural tank, build a pyro.
I will maul you.
Right. They just keep resending. Hopefully we win the game. See how, yeah, he still gets his guy, I believe. Right, the center, my guy leaks 160%. If he even gets his guy somewhat weak, we're gonna win the game. Right, so we win the game. Beautiful send for the 14. Would have been even bigger had my teammate not sent, but gets the job done. Looks good.
Victory.
Right. I wish I could play every game paused like that. And let's just take a look through here. What were good things I did? What were bad things? Right. So I save on my guy right here. I saved on him. I realize he's gonna hold wave 2 every time. I don't want to take myself out of the game. Right. I did this. Do I still have that game? It might be gone. That game might be gone actually. Might have been the last game. Yeah, I think that game's gone. Okay, not a big deal. But I had a game where I saw my my opponent. I saved on wave 1. My opponent had a Yozora. Yozora is an amazing 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, even an 80 cent on 3 does nothing to it, right? Like, almost every time it's going to hold. So I did that, right? I sent an 80 on 3, starving myself. And I think it was Poppy. Poppy literally leaked like 3 creeps, right? 3 creeps. He was still 5 workers because he had Yozora. I think he had Sea Dragon, and he added like the little T1. So there are certain things where it's just not worth it to save on. Like this bot, right? If you saw this bot, to save on him at all is just goofy, right? Right here, the Iron Maiden, if this player can get the king up in time, this would be a situation to just go for the king up, right? I would do the king up. It's like if you see a Pyro or a Holy Avenger, any T6 other than an egg, just go for the king up, right? You're not going to leak him until probably wave 5, right? Of course, he sends on wave 4, and it's a Doofus move, but that's just the bot doing the bot stuff. So yeah, so I send the snail. I like that. And then I even leak the bot. I even leaked the bot because of terrible positioning, right? This is horrible positioning by the bot. Terrible, right? Another situation where a tiny mistake was made. This is unleakable on wave 3. Maybe a brute or a fiend gets it, right? Maybe a brute or a fiend gets it. My bot teammate sends a snail. That's fine. If you're just going to income into it, that's fine. But that needs to be a snail king up, right? Because I want to say that snail was sent after income, right? So that is just free gold. That is just a free gold. That's like sending a POTA and after income snail on wave 2. These are just free things. You have to think. If my opponent didn't build at all, would he hold Ascend? And if they hold Ascend and you think that through, there's a false maiden and a green devil on wave 3. That's really strong on wave 4. Maybe I shouldn't send after income into this because it's so strong, right? So just always think that through. Now here, if I just gone with the 2 slimes, I think I still leak, but it's a very small amount. So this was greedy. I was just wanting the workers. I was wanting the Mythium, and it's fine, right? It worked out perfectly fine. And I still like this, right? This situation, I full send, right? Because a normal player, right? At least as you get higher up in the elo, a normal player, when they get snail on wave 2, they're just going to push to 5 workers. They might have already been 5 workers, right? This bot, the yellow bot, should be 5 workers. And by sending this 60, the yellow bot is only going to have that infiltrator and the disciple. With perfect positioning, it would probably still pro league, right? If this disciple is right there, and then the infiltrator is somewhere where it split tanks, using the disciple's health pool. In this case scenario, the bot just was allergic to the worker, and I still leaked it because of poor positioning. But then again, if you know that you're playing someone that's going to overbuild a lot, maybe I should have just king up just like my teammate should have, right? And I definitely don't want to resend on 4, right? Already, like, I could have sent, I think I could send a fiend into this and it's going to hold because of how good the disciple is, how good the infiltrator is on wave 4. My teammate is really feeding this guy with those after income sends. And that's okay, right? I hold the DT. Like, I only needed to build 1 little unit. I do leak wave 5, and I'll tell you exactly why. I received a DT, and I pushed not 1, I pushed 2 workers here, right? I pushed 2 workers, and I have to realize, hey, my teammate is sending his guy like every wave, right? My teammate is sending his guy every wave, so that's allowing the guy sending me to push the workers pretty hard, right? But I'm still fine with this. I have the most workers. Yes, I pro leak. I also leaked my guy with the DTs, which worked good because he added a natural tank, right? He added a natural tank, making the DTs really good. So everything's going really great so far. This is just never a good play, right? They go full king ups here and just allow us to now push really hard. My teammate pushes two workers because has the Iron Maiden. Really doesn't need to build a single unit for wave 7, right? I'm decent-ish, right? I'm decent-ish. My value's already really low. I push 2 workers as well. And I do leak. And once again, I don't care about the leak that much. I'm just really trying to push hard and leak them. The 3 brutes is great here. If I could have gotten a fiend, I think I still would fiend, right? Just like that would be an amazing fiend. But yeah, I like the fiend here a little bit better. because of the arcane tanks, the swift tanks, and the disciple once I get to it. This royal guard is always dying almost immediately, so not a big deal. And then I think I call for the wave 9, right? Everything's fine. Like, they're sending me power mercs, and I really don't care about it, right? Once again, as I was saying earlier, just because you leak, as long as you don't take kink damage, and even if you take a little bit of chip damage, right? A little bit of chip damage doesn't hurt. As long as you're pushing those workers and you're scaling higher. You're scaling higher than everybody, right? Right here, I've got 13 workers. Once again, I pro leak, but look at the size of their leaks, right? I just asked my bot to save for one wave, right? I asked them, hey, please save for one wave. They look really bad on 9. I get my guy. I get the ogre or brute through. Pretty decent leak. He gets his guy really good. Luckily, this bot didn't go death cap, right? This bot had the gold to go death cap. It had the gold to go death cap. It might not quite be enough value to full hold, right? But that is the best play here, is to go for the death cap. Luckily, the bot didn't. Then, of course, I call for that resend. Because look, they both, right? My guy pushes 3 workers. His guy pushes 2 workers. And they have nothing, right? Like, my guy should add another disciple, but he doesn't, right? Because he pushed too hard. He only added 125 value. He only adds another slime siren. And we've got him right where we want him now. Now, it's just our game to decide how we want to finish it. Sadly, my teammate just keeps resending because bot, but we received the send on 11 that says, hey, you can go any wave you want, right? As long as we don't push too hard, they can't get us big on 13, right? Even with perfect sends, they're just not going to hurt us on 13, right? They're just not. They send big 13. We both hold, right? Because they already sent on 11, right? They already sent on 11. This guy also can't send anything because I've been starving him. I've been tactically sending. And easy hold. My teammate once again sends again. It's an okay-ish send, right? It's okay-ish. With really average positioning here, where the Azeria tanks even a creep, right? If the Azeria was at the top, and you know what I mean, right? This Azeria needs to tank. I could make this a hold, right? Maybe at the end of this video, I'll show you guys Sandbox how to hold net. And then 14, love the centaurs, right? Love the centaurs. And even with all these tantrum hellraisers, this guy still leaks, right? Because my teammate is just massively pushed, right? My teammate pushes 10 workers off of that send. And that's what you really should do, right? That's what you should do. We are going for the 14 kill shot, and my teammate says, hey, I'm going to push as hard as I can. Let's win this game on 14. The centaurs just shred through all these slimes, right? Just shredding through them. Pack leader to make it even better. GG, WPP. But if you're still here and you're still listening to me babble on, let's have a little fun. All right, let me show you a better Azeria. All right, even with the red eyes. I would never do the red eyes and the Azeria, but just for this case scenario, let's do it. All right, let's just do it. Let me reposition every unit.
Welcome to Nova.
It's gonna be hard to remember all these. It's wave 13. That board's fine, I'll leave that there. Master fine, I'll leave that there. Alright, so I'm...
Welcome to Nova.
Alright, so I always have my Azeria. I mean, I guess, I'd do her here. That's fine. That's a fine position. The mask is correctly placed. We got the Azeria. Now we need to shift this stuff. I'm gonna have my Garg over here. Alright. an equal gargoyle
To Nova.
so that 3 creeps split evenly. I will need something correctly positioned so that the Aziri doesn't full tank. So maybe this is actually the Green Devil. Okay. So I've got 1 Green Devil. Gonna go with a little Garg here. Just this, you know what? Let's play it super safe, right? Like I said, 1 creep is fine. Well into the circle so that she doesn't tank. I mean, even if she tanks one big guy is fine, right? All right, now we delete these guys. 2 antlers and a flower.
Welcome to Nova. Welcome to Nova.
So I would have had a unit right there. Go flower right there. Antlers right there. And this is the same build, correct? Looks like the same build. It was Centaur Imps. Looks good to me. Let's see if this would have held. Alright, I'd like her to just tank 1. Looks good to me. Right? Looks good to me. She's tanking another one. I mean, this is just beautiful. Aziria's doing her job. Right, those masks are now going to start to tank a little bit. It might be a little bit too big of a send. Right? Just a little bit. But this would have been much better in game. And to cover next wave, that also would have been much better. But yeah. Oh, and then Glacial... Oh. Actually, I sort of cheated myself. We had Glacial Touch, didn't we? I still have to do it, guys. Come on. Now that I'm here and you guys... If you're still watching, I mean... I have to have the fairy. I told you I would do Glacial on the Aziria. Let's just see that one more time. So now she doesn't tank. But she's going to do way more damage. Alright, she's doing way more damage. Gonna get a heal off. Alright. I guess it's worse in this case scenario. I guess with the gargoyle, I don't want it there. Alright, I'll just take the L. I'll take the L there. Alright. It's hard to just come up with a new build on the spot, I guess. Say 23. I didn't miss any units, did I? Oh yeah, I didn't have a green devil. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I didn't have a green devil. In any case, I hope this was helpful to you guys. Trying to work on some better describing of why I send things. I know a lot of people watch my videos and they feel like, hey, Doofus, why are you sending that? Right? Why didn't you send on wave 3? Why are you just sending auto send? Auto and king. Why are you doing that? So I'm trying to do a little bit better job of explaining why I'm sending stuff to hopefully help you guys learn the game just a little bit better. But if this was helpful, let me know. If it wasn't, I suck. Catch you guys next time.